People, it's Dave at Lost Farms Homestead. We're out here this morning. It's probably about I'd say 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. We're out here and I got some lumber. Got a good stack of lumber going right here. This is posts and joists for a garden structure that we're going to build out here. I got to move some things around before we get started here. I need to move that drag right there and right there. I need to hook those up and move them. And we got over here, you can see where we kind of tentatively marked the corners there. And there's another stick sticking up over there. And then over here, I think that one fell down. That little thing, that's it right there. And then right here. And the measurements is 40 by 40. So we're gonna line those out. And I got some stakes and string line. We're going to string them out and square it up, make sure it's nice and square. And then I got the auger over here in the barn. We're going to break out the auger, put some holes in the ground and set some posts. And that might be as far as we're able to get today because I can't really start attaching joists to it until it's set. So we might just have to call it right there for the day and then pick it up tomorrow. We'll see how far we get. So stick around and we'll get this thing going. Thanks. right, so what we've done is we got the stakes going out here, and you can see here where we got this line strung out here and across, and it actually goes out to 40 feet that way, but we're only running 12 feet excuse me, 12 feet right now, and we're either side of the 10 foot, and these are our 10-foot lines this way and this way, and we triangulated it here at this corner using the 3, 4, 5. So what you do is here at the cross right here, you measure 3 feet this direction and make a mark, and then you measure 4 feet that direction and make a mark on the line, and then where it meets 5 feet from that point to that point, you bring it in until it hits 5 feet on the 4 foot out mark from the 3 foot mark here, and that'll give you a perfect 90-degree angle here. So that's what we've done, and we've created this mark here so we know that we're square coming off of it. So then we went 10 feet that way, and we actually, it's 10 feet minus 1 3/4 inches because we're going to the outside of the post. That way when we put the post in, you can see it's going to go on this side here right there, because geez, I can't see what I'm doing there. So you can see it's going to go right there because we measured back the distance to the center, so the center of the post will be exactly at 10 feet. And then the outside here is at the outside of the 40 feet. So then we did the same thing over here where we measured the 10 feet to this line, and then we brought it back the 1 3/4 inches so that this will be the outside and that will be the outside, and the post will go in this corner. And then the same thing at that one right there. So we didn't have enough stakes to measure them all out, so what we're going to do is I'm going to get the auger and we're going to drill these 6 holes right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then once we get those drilled, we're going to pull, once we get the post set, then we're going to pull that string and jump it over here in between these two and put it here, and then we'll be able to drill and place the posts from those. So, holy wind. Yeah, it's a little windy today, sorry about that. So that's the plan. We're going to take a few minutes and cool off a little bit, get something to drink, and then we'll come back out and dig those holes. So stick around. Thanks. we have finished the posts for this first third of the design of the garden. So this is what I got right now. I got a few things sitting out here still, but you can see we got 10 posts, and they are 10 feet apart, 10 feet apart, all the way down. This is 40 feet total, all the way down, and we've got them concreted in. You can see, oh, sorry about the shadow. You can see we've got them concreted in each base. So some of them are a little bit low. We got to come in and do some backfill, but most of them are good like that. So, and this is for the layout that I've got set up for this thing, and I'll show you the layout a little bit later on. But yeah, so we got this right now. This is where we're gonna call it. So here, let me get you a shot of this right now. So that's what we're looking at, and I think it looks excellent. It's a really good start. So sorry about the wind. It's really windy out here today. So here, let me get over here out of this. If I can get out of the wind a little bit. There, okay. Not much better. All right, well, anyways, so, yeah, we're gonna come out tomorrow and do the framing across the top, the roof joists we're gonna put on, and I'll show you the design that we're working on with it. I've got it inside, so I'll show you what we're doing there, and then, yeah, so we'll be out again tomorrow, so stick around, and we'll get some more done tomorrow. Thanks. Bye. All right, so we are in here. Excuse me. We're in the office area here, and I'm getting ready to go out and start working on the top roof joist portion of the garden outside. I was going to show you the design that we have here. So this is what I've been working on, and this right here is just the post layout. So that's how the posts are laid out. I know it's kind of hard to see, it's a computer screen, but you can see here they're on 10-foot centers. Hey, sorry about that. So, and here, let's see. So this is the Hyper Adobe layout right here. So we're going to run Hyper Adobe around the perimeter, and then this is going to be a water feature area right here, and then these corners here we're going to close in for like permanent crops. So we're going to do that there, and then this is how we're going to lay the beds out. So we'll have beds, raised beds on the inside, and there will be one here, one here, one here, and then it'll have walkways throughout so you can get around. And then this is the roof joist layout here. So that's the one that we're going to be working with today. I got it broken off over here to the side so you can see how it's going to be set up. And it'll be open in the center where that water feature is, and then we're going to drain everything down the sides, and I'm going to put water collection on the ends of it, and you can see how it slopes here kind of away from the center. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So stick around. We're going to have a couple more cups of coffee, and then we'll be getting on it, so stick around. Thanks. Right, so we are out here this morning. This is what we left. We're getting ready to get started here. Got all this lumber right here, and we're going to start putting up the roof joists across here. We need to make some cuts, so we're going to go make some cuts on some smaller stuff and get it set up here before we start, and then we'll get this going. So yeah, less windy today, so that's going to be helpful. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get that stuff. We're gonna get it set up, and then we'll get started. So stick around. Thanks. So we've got one side of this done right now. You can see here we notched these right here. Notched the top or the bottom of this guy and the top of this one. So we got those notched, and then we pre-drilled and ran a screw through the top. And then we got these here are set up on hangers. So the whole thing of this right now is that we've got 10-foot space. Those are 10 by 10 spaces right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 40 by 10 right now. And we're gonna bring it over 2 more. But here we've got the overhang is 2 feet each way here. And then we've got a 4-foot space and a 4-foot space. And then when we get the next portion on here, there will be another 4-foot space, and then it'll continue. And the 4-foot spacing is so that we can get corrugated roof on here, and we're gonna run it and then set up a gutter for water collection, and then bring it down and run it that way. Now also over here, we've got a water spigot right there, and you can see we were running this over here. This is what we were using for the concrete yesterday, but we're gonna come in here and run a trench all the way to this corner right here. And at this corner, I'm gonna bring it up and then run it so that we have a water supply to the garden. So that's where we're at right now. And pretty much what we're gonna do is right now we're gonna take a break and get something to eat and drink and cool off a little bit. But when we come back to it, pretty much what we're gonna do is what you see here, we're gonna do the same thing over there. So it's just the same thing. We're gonna do that side, and then we'll be done for the day today. And then we'll pick it up next week. And I think I'm gonna have a backhoe next week. I'm gonna come in and dig all the trenches for the, crap, sorry, I got the wind going right now. So next week, I think I'm gonna have a backhoe. And if we do have the backhoe, I'm gonna trench that out, and then we're gonna dig all the trenching for the hyper adobe, and then also build the center portion. And then once we get the center built, you can see here, this is the one side. So we'll build the center, and then the other side will be exactly the same as this. So you'll see it when we get to it. It's coming together. So yeah, it'll be good when it's done. So all right, I'm gonna go relax for a few minutes, cool off, get something to drink, something to eat, and then we'll come back out and do some more. Stick around. Thanks. finished for the day. And this is what we got all the way down. So this is the first 4 right here. That is 4 10 by 10 spaces. 2, 3, 4, all the way up. Yeah, just like that. And this is the middle spot right here where we have the 2, so that's gonna run through. And then this is the other side, which is exactly the same as that side. So we're done with this for today. Got quite a bit done. Next week, depending if I get the backhoe, we're probably going to be doing a lot of excavation work and trenching stuff like that. So I'll have to go lay that out. And then, hey, say hey, kid.
Hello.
So, if I get the backhoe, we'll be doing a lot of trenching work. Otherwise, we're going to put the middle back together, or not back together, but we're going to add the middle portion of this onto it, and then hopefully the following week we'll finish it out as far as the framing. So we still got to put the roof on and do all of the hyper adobe for the walls, and yeah, there's quite a bit of work still to be done to it. And then we still got to build the beds inside also. So yeah, this here is just the shade structure for it. So that's going to be part of the shade structure. So it'll be this, and there will be 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And I said a third, but that's because this next section is going to come over, and instead of having all of the 10 feet space, it's going to have 2 posts for a door, and then it's going to kind of go together and then apart and then back together because it goes around for the water feature that's going to go inside there. So the middle, it has a lot less posts. It actually has 10 posts, and then the framing is different, and then the last portion over here will be exactly the same as that. So yeah, just if you're interested, come back and see what we're doing, and I'll show you then. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next week.